When you look at Canada's resources, what do you see right now as most in demand?
I think Canadian ingenuity and our ability to tap into the raw materials that we have at our disposal is the thing that we have the greatest value in offering to the world. I see a huge amount of traction in British Columbia right now on LNG, as you mentioned. Highly promising, and we've been hearing a lot of conversation here about the different drivers of energy systems transformation. So policy, of course, when societies collectively decide we need to go in one direction, can provide that push. We see a positive effect from clustering when an industry has developed a base of people and skills and institutions and organizations and companies working together with a rich, diverse supply chain. You do get some positive effects from that as a driver of innovation and transformation. But I think ultimately markets and consumer demand is what's going to determine the direction of the transition. And when we're talking about these highly promising opportunities for Canada, we need to remember that we're a small open economy. We're a trading nation. And as a trading nation, we can't just be looking to our domestic consumption and the changes we can make in how we produce and use things like energy within Canada. It's about what we offer to the world. So technology transfer from clean technologies is a very valuable thing that we can provide. But I think those raw commodities produced in an environment that leads the world on many dimensions is where that value is. And while the demand is there for industries like LNG, I think we should enable those industries to survive. Capital risk is a good filter for that. So if private industry is willing to take the risk, they believe the conditions in the world at large would enable them to go out there and sell those products, policymakers should be responsive to that, rather than saying, let's arbitrarily kneecap industries that we don't think meet our ideal future scenario for what Canada's economy should look like. And that's not to say there shouldn't be a nudge from policymakers. I strongly support the work that colleagues here are doing to advance that push within government and from outside of government, but we need to, in a sense, take stock of our fundamentals. And if as a country we are blind to what has been our economic strength and where we can derive the greatest security and well-being for Canadians in increasingly uncertain times, we're going to be at a serious disadvantage. And I'm worried that we're not just going to be outcompeted by the U.S., but we're actually going to be experiencing a substantially deprived quality of life for all Canadians.